Stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
Does it make sense now to tell the world that the United States will be energy independent once again and perhaps reverse President Biden's decision of canceling the XL pipeline and the ban on drilling on federal land?
Well, I don't think that is the answer to the consumer price at the pump. As you know, Exxon has made $9 billion of profits. I think the question is, what can we do right now to make sure that the oil companies aren't charging consumers extraordinarily high prices?
What are you, nuts? Unbelievable, isn't it? That's Representative Ro Khanna from California. He's talking about the problem being the oil companies, what they charge. But, every day I start this show out with something I think is really important. But for 2 years, there's something you haven't known. Every day I start this show, I've always in pain. I've always been in pain for 2 years. This is no commercial. This is the truth. My left shoulder, behind my left shoulder, I have this pain, and it's constant. It's been constant for 2 years. No matter who I went to, where I went, MRIs, nobody could fix it. And it's just constant pain for 2 years. So when I get out of this ear, about at this time every day, it's really hurting and it's really hard to do the show. So finally, yesterday, I went to a person, and this is no commercial. I'm just telling you what happened in Sarasota. And I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but it's Dr. Pinata Sachs. And she's of goldenpointhealth.com. Acupuncture. And I never believed in acupuncture. I never did. And for the first time in 2 years, this show I'm doing without pain. She's not paying for this. I'm just telling you what happened. I've been so ecstatic over this. Last night when I got home, it was my wife's birthday. We went out, and most of the time I can't get through a whole dinner. I want to come home, okay, because the pain is always so bad. Pain-free. Pain-free. So if you got a problem with pain, okay, I am telling you, try this. And this is not a commercial, okay? This is what happened to me. So here I am today, 2 years later, doing my radio show, pain-free. Nobody gave me pills or anything else. All that crap you see on radio and TV, all those, everybody taking some sort of pill. And the acupuncture, it works. So Dr. Pinata Sachs, and her website, goldenpointhealth.com. She's in downtown Sarasota. And I know all my listeners around the country, you can't come here. I get that. But it'd be worth it if you're in real pain. If I was one of my listeners in San Francisco or Seattle, if I was in pain, believe me, it'd be worth coming here to get rid of it. 2 years I couldn't get rid of it. Anyways, I want to thank her, and I just thought the world should know about it, especially if you're in Sarasota, Tampa area, you should know about her, because this worked. Okay, so again, thank you, Dr. Pinata Sachs of our goldenpointhealth.com. What a difference it makes. Okay, so I got rid of the pain, but boy, was there some pain today. I couldn't believe this idiot. Now, do you know who he is? Let me play this again.
Does it make sense now to tell the world that the United States will be energy independent once again and perhaps reverse President Biden's decision of canceling the XL pipeline and the ban on drilling on federal land?
Well, I don't think that is the answer to the consumer price at the pump. As you know, Exxon has made $9 billion of profits.
No, his answer is to go in and control all the big oil companies and to tell them what they can make. Take the incentive right out of the entrepreneur. Unbelievable. Here he is again.
We have to make this point. I mean, how do you have Exxon making $9 billion of profit last quarter, and yet they're charging $4, $5 at the pump?
That's called the free market. That's why you have cheap oil. You have cheap oil. The more money they make, the more drilling. And they go into areas now, it wasn't like it used to be. When they first discovered oil, you walked across the ground and there it was. And anybody can beat up an oil company and their profits. Yeah, sure, they make a lot of money. There's no question about it. They make a lot of money. But the answer isn't, the market is down 500 points today because of oil. This is all about oil. If you go back to the 19th century, that was the period when we had rapid industrialization. Remember, we had the iron, the steel industry, and they created all kinds of new construction material. That's when we started to get the high rises and the railroads connected the country, and Rockefeller became the leading man in the U.S. oil industry in 1859. And then by 1870, Standard Oil became a dominant oil refining firm in Pennsylvania. This is when the country started to grow because of oil. And you have to control that oil. Whoever controls the oil controls everything. Right after 1859, the biggest discovery was the Spindletop Geyser in 1901. That drove huge growth in the oil industry. It was in Texas, called Spindletop. Look it up. It was amazing, the oil. That year, 1,500 oil companies, entrepreneurs started oil companies, 1,500 of them. That's what America's about. Oil became dominant, especially in the 20th century. It was a huge part of our economy. It still is. And this idiot, well, let's go to oil companies. We'll tell them how much. And Maxine Waters, remember, she says, we're going to, I don't know if we can find that cut, but Maxine Waters, she says, we're going to take control of all the oil companies. Tell them how much they can charge. What? This is crazy. World War II made the oil industry a key American resource. Oil played a key role in the war. Oil tankers supplied gasoline for the Allies. And remember, it was a great risk. Submarine attacks, they're sinking them left and right, but they needed the oil. They needed the gasoline. And we governed, remember, the United States started to ration all the gasoline because they started to finally figure out, hit somebody's head, that we don't have an unlimited supply. So they started to figure that out. So industries started to invest to secure more oil. That became the top priority for our country, for foreign countries. Whoever had the oil controlled everything, had the power. So over that next 40 years after World War II, it was amazing. The United States tried to grow, and then all of a sudden you had OPEC, and then all of a sudden we were cornered. We weren't oil independent. We were relying on OPEC. That started, remember, with Israel. Israel became under a lot of pressure from the OPEC countries. Israel was a new state, and the OPEC countries were slamming it. And then we weren't oil independent. And then we had the big gas lines, and we finally get there. We finally get there. This would not be happening in Ukraine right now. If Trump was in office and he controlled the oil, this would not happen. So this idiot who says, oh, the answer is not opening up the leases for the land and start drilling. No, we got to sit down and tell them they got to take less profits. What are you, nuts? Hey, we'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And they said the tech, what's going to happen with that, you're going to get everybody still jumping into tech, okay? And because the yields are low, and everybody's going to get back into the same old stocks. So just watch them. This morning, before the market opened, that's what I said to my members. Everybody's going to start going now after tech. Do you remember last week when it was the banks? Remember when the banks took off like crazy? Everybody, because the yields were and I always told you, our biggest concern for our members is we focus on so heavy that they don't lose money. That's the priority, that they don't lose money. We talk about it all the time here. We say, look, if they don't lose money, they will be with us forever. Because 80% of the people in the stock market lose money because they don't know when to get out. And worse, they don't know how to make money when the stock's going down. The market's down 800 points or 600 points. And people in 401ks are calling the brokers, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Don't worry. You'll be fine. All day long, brokers are going to get calls all day long. What do I do? What do I do? And here's the crap you'll hear.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day.
No, don't pay attention to your portfolio every day. Why? Don't pay attention to it. You're down 615 points, right? And the real problem is this. Whoever you're working with, there's no fiduciary relationship between you and the brokerage or the bank you're working with taking care of your stocks. There's no fiduciary. People think there is. No, they don't care.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Think about that. Think about that statement. You call your broker today, or whoever's handling your money. You know you're getting slaughtered in your 401k. You lose weight. You say, what do I do? What do I do? You have the first jerk telling you, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to go back up. And then at least the other guy says, hey, wait a minute. Why are you calling me? I don't care about you.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, you're not included. You in a 401k, you're not included. What are you calling me for? I know. I'm supposed to be ahead of your account, take care of your account. I don't know why you're calling me. Just because I'm ahead of your account, there's no fiduciary relationship between me and you. Are you kidding? I'm loyal to the firm's biggest shareholders. That's who I'm loyal to. And my boss, not you. You're not included. For years, we lobbied Congress, listen, there's got to be a fiduciary relationship between those who take care of someone's account. If someone's taking care of their 401k, someone's taking care of their stock account, whatever, there's got to be a fiduciary relationship. If you don't have that fiduciary relationship, it's over. It's over. And that's how the 401ks got into 27 hidden fees. 27 hidden fees. Because there's no fiduciary relationship. Don't have to be. The industry, the financial industry, Wall Street is so powerful, so strong, so wealthy, they bought every congressman. I mean, can you believe an industry, a finance industry, a financial industry, there's no fiduciary relationship between the guy that's handling your money and you? He can do what he wants. So today the market's down again over oil. If oil was being controlled, guess what? Putin wouldn't have been doing this. Like Reagan. Reagan, remember what he did. It was Reagan who got the wall to fall, the Iron Curtain to fall, because he made sure that Russia went broke. He was not going to let them have any resources, not going to let them make any money in oil off or anything. He made sure they were broke all the time. Trump learned from that. He was going to do the same thing. He was going to make sure that Putin would go broke. He would not get the Nord Stream pipeline, the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. He wouldn't get it. He wouldn't get that money. Now he's rich again because he's got all that money. And think about it. And Biden turns around and shuts down the Arctic National Wild Refuge. Are you kidding me? All we got to do to become oil independent, all we have to do, just one little thing, 23 million acres of federal land have been shut down for drilling. Are you kidding me? 23 million acres. You know how many acres that is? All we would need is 5 acres. 5 acres to increase the 11 million barrels we produce a day to get 3 more million barrels. All we need to do is take 5 acres of the 23 million. We'll drill in Alaska so far, so cold, the moose have to go to the Holiday Inn. It's so cold. Just give us 3 acres, and we'll go from 11 million barrels a day back up to 3 million barrels a day. And the answer is no. What we got to do is sit down with the oil companies, tell them they're making too much money. And if they don't, we're going to take over their oil companies.
This liberal will be all about socializing, would be about basically taking over and the government running all of your companies.
Can you imagine that? Her running all the oil companies? The dullest light bulb in a chandelier would run all your oil companies. Okay. So what do you do today? As I told you before, look, don't listen to Wall Street. Don't listen to the jibber jabber. We don't have buyers down here. When you go and look at the Qs, which you're all addicted to, and they keep telling you, buy in the pullback, buy in the dip. How'd it work out for you when you bought on the dip on January 28th? Or how'd it work out when they told you, buy in the dip on January 31? You lost all your money. Now they're telling you, buy in the dip again. But where they're telling you to buy in the dip, there's no buyers there. When you get back, I'll tell you where the buyers are. Join my gang free for 10 days. Click where it says start here. Click where it says get started. Working Investor Group. 10 days free.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang give platinum level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Bitcoin. It's all we hear about, Bitcoin. Well, let me tell you something. Gold is going to outperform Bitcoin. And I know everybody's saying the opposite. But when everything hits the fan, every country, all smart money, they panic and they go to gold. They're not going to run a Bitcoin. And I know you think I'm nuts, but you watch. You'll see that gold will outperform Bitcoin anytime that we have a problem in this economy. And I was right. Bitcoin's down, if I'm correct, about 30%. Gold is up over 20%. So the same time Bitcoin was going down, gold was going up, and I told you that would happen. In fact, I remember I said, why don't you just join the gang for 10 days when it's free? For 10 days, and why don't you follow us with gold? And we're doing terrific with gold. Remember I said that? It's free for 10 days. You get everything we're doing for 10 days is free. Follow me in gold, and gold's doing great. Now, today, again, when everybody, if you remember last week, and you gotta, again, you got to follow the 10-year Treasury yield. The yield is the most important thing you can look at. And the one thing we work on around here, okay, is identify how the market works. I tell you this every day. Chuck Yeager, my hero. And I met him. And he said the reason he didn't ever consider himself the greatest pilot. He said he had the greatest knowledge of his aircraft. So when he got into a firefight, he knew every bit of that plane. He knew what it could do. He understood the plane. He wasn't a better pilot than the other guy, but he understood the plane better than the other guy, and he knew what he could do to that plane, how to use that plane. He understood it. It's the same thing when you're investing in a stock. So many people get in a stock market, they know nothing. They know nothing how it works. Like buying a dip, buying a dip. Well, you never buy on a dip. When a stock is in a beautiful uptrend and the consensus, everybody's buying, the consensus move, go forward, keep buying. But when you fall out of that consensus and you're outside the trend, you never buy in a dip there. You only buy in a dip when the consensus is there supporting you. But once you break out of that trend and the money is going the opposite way and you try to buy, like last week, and I warned you when they said, wow, look at this, the 10-year treasury yield has gone up to over 200 basis points. We got to buy the banks. Everyone buy the banks on the dip. Buy the banks on the dip. And I said, you don't do it. It's not going to work. And I was right. Now you gave all your money back. You lost all your money buying the banks on dip. Today they turn around and say, buy the tech. Buy the tech. Here, listen to this. Listen to this guard. Buy it. Buy in the dip. Everything again. Here we go again. Where's the bank?
I said, the market is going to look past Ukraine, and people said, no, he's an idiot. Hey, you know what? That's the way this works. You're supposed to be buying now. Last week was positive. And it's not just that the next week is going to be positive. It's likely the rest of this year is going to be positive. You're going to look back on...
What do you mean last week was positive? No, it wasn't positive. They bought on the dip, the banks. They went up and gave it all back. Why? Because where they buy in the dip, there's no buyers. And here he is again today.
I actually think now is a terrific time to be jumping in. And if you're going to, you want to buy the right kind of stocks. You don't want to do it safe. You don't want to play it overly safe in these periods because you're going to miss the nature of the bounce.
Look, all they're trying to do is to get you to buy. That's their job. The fake business network, that's their job. Get you to buy. That's their job. Not to be honest with you. Why? Why don't they have to be honest with you? Why? Because they don't have any kind of fiduciary relationship with you.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's it. They never. So their job, the fake business network, is to get you feeling good, get you feeling great, get you in there and start buying, because they make money only if you buy stocks. So my members, we focus on not losing money. You know, once you corner that, not losing money, once you corner that skill, not to lose money, the rest is a piece of cake. The rest is a piece of cake. Buying stocks, making money is easy. The most difficult thing in the stock market and investing is how not to lose money, especially when you keep listening to the jibber jabbers. Now, let's get back to today. So today, everybody jumped in to the tech stocks because this week, the yields are down to 172, 173. Last week, they're up 200. So up 200, we're going to go and buy the techs. Now it's down to 173. Oh, no. Up 200, we're going to buy the banks. Let's buy the banks. Let's buy the banks. Look at this. The yield's at 200. Now the yield today is down where we are now. We're down at 173, I think. Now no. Forget the banks. Now let's go buy the tech now because the yields are low. Went from 200 down to 173. So forget the banks. Forget the bank. We lost money on the banks. Forget that. Forget that we told you to buy the banks on the dip. Forget that. But we got it this time. Hey, buy the tech now. But both the tech and both the banks, there were no buyers for either one of them. They won't tell you that. The buyers aren't down here. The buyers, when you look at the spiders, or you look at the Dow, there's no buyers down here. There's none. If you look at the spiders, there are no buyers because we're out of trend. You know where the buyers are? The buyers, if you look at today, we're at around 429 on the spiders. You know where the buyers are? If you really want some buyers coming in and support you, you better be at least at 456. It's better to be at least at 471, not at 429. That's why last week, when you turned around and you listen to jibber jabbers and you think you're going to make a fortune buying on a dip, all these bank stocks, you lost money because there's no buyers. Same now today. You go and take a look at the tech stock. They want you to buy Amazon. Look, if you bought today, and I heard them this morning, they all said the jibber jabber, buy Amazon, buy Google, buy Amazon and buy Google, and 6-7 months from now, you're going to be happy you did. Really? Okay, so you take a look at the overall tech market, the Qs. There's no buyers down here. There's no buyers down here. There was no buyers when you bought the banks. Now there's no buyers when you're buying the tech. You know where the buyers are? If I put up the Qs, we're at 341 right now. You know where the buyers are? There's some buyers around 380. But boy, when you get to 395, there's a lot of buyers. So between let's say 380 and 395, a lot of buyers. 341, there's no buyers here. But see, they won't tell you that. And that's what we do every day here at Phil's Gang. Make sure you don't lose money. And we did that with the tech stocks. We did that last week with the bank stocks. And then and the rest is a piece of cake. We got our members into gold. And they made money on gold. We got them to oil. They made money on oil. In fact, in oil, when it rallied, oil took off big, we told them to sell into the big rally and take profits. We said, here we are. Now, if you're in oil, which you should be, you should sell into, take some profits this morning on the gap up. Yeah, and what were the jibber jabbers saying? Buy oil, look at it, it's going up, buy oil. And I said to my members, because we're already in, you heard what I said to them, buy into it. Buy into it. Look, I'm not going to be able to convince you, I know that. Why don't you just for 10 days, go to my site, philsgang.com, hit where it says get started, hit where it says working investor. So when you then become a working investor, you're part of Phil's Gang, and for 10 days doesn't cost you anything. And every day at 10 days, we make sure that you're in the right portfolio and the right stock. And at the end of 10 days, you make a decision, did we do a good job for you?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I opened up the show telling you this is the first time in 2 years I could do this show without pain. I've been in pain for 2 years. And I've done everything on the chiropractors, going to everybody. And I never tried acupuncture. And this is not an advertisement. This is the first time I got through the show that my left side is in such pain that my whole arm and hand gets numb. And it's really painful. And the first time in 2 years. So if you have that kind of a situation and you want to try someone who knows how to do this acupuncture, please, you'll have the same experience I have. And this is not an advertisement for her. I did this yesterday. I couldn't believe it. It's Dr. Panyanda Sachs. And it's goldenpointhealthcare.com. And she's downtown here in Sarasota. She lives like one block over. Her office is one block over from where I live. My office is. But it worked. So if you're in severe pain, and like I've been for 2 years, don't know what to do, been to everybody, nothing's helped, boy, this gal made it work. And she's from Taiwan. She's a little entrepreneur. Came over here, started her business. I mean, that's what America's about. So check it out. Okay, again, it's goldenpointnorth.com. All right, listen. Do you know that, as I told you earlier, if you join our gang, always remember 80% of people lose money because they don't know when to get out of the market, and they certainly don't know how to make money when the stock goes down. Now, if you're a person that says, I just don't have time to learn, well, I've heard that for about 12 years before I designed a program for someone just like you. It's called my Working Investor Program. And I work it with my color-coded technology chart. Nobody else has. Nobody's got it. It's patent. And every day at 2 o'clock, Steve will post our portfolio. It's called our member portfolio, including my portfolio, my personal stocks. He tells you what to do with each one. Now listen to this. This is like today. Now, he's already recorded this. He posted this.
Goldman Sachs Continue to hold this with just a scout. I know we had this big down day, but the reason you're not adding to this is your daily.
He explains what's going on, explains what to do with your stock. So just all you have to do is just if you're following on 2 or 3 stocks, take you 10 minutes a day. That's it. Try it free for 10 days. It'll work. It makes a difference in your financial life. Get away from these crazy jibber jabbers. Talking about jibber jabbers. Also, when I opened up the show, I talked about Representative. His name is Ro Kahana. He's from California. He's the guy that's saying the answer is not to go in and take of the. Remember now, Biden shut down 23 million acres of federal land that we can't drill on. Okay, that's like Wyoming, Colorado, Montana, Utah. But remember, he also closed down Anwar. That's around 30,000 square miles. 30,000 square miles. That's about 20 million acres. All we have to do to reverse everything he did, that we can take control again. And when you control oil, you control Putin. You control the Saudis. You control everybody who hates us, Iran. We just need for him to give us about 2 to 5 acres out of 30 or out of 20 million. And we could drill 3 more million barrels a day. We'd go from 11 back up to 3, and they won't do it. This idiot won't do it. And this guy, Ro Kahana, Representative Kelvin, Obama listens to him. He's been with him since he was a senator. And I got to tell you, I hate phonies, and this guy is such a phony. You know how they always tell you that, these progressives, their priority is to help those who need the help the most. That's our priority, to help those who hit the hardest, help the poor, help Main Street, help the poor. Really, we want to hear about this guy? It's the same guy that Buffett has a railroad, Burlington Northern Santa Fe. And Buffett was Obama's biggest money bundler. And when they're building the Keystone Oil pipeline, it was going to take in profits from Buffett $2.8 billion from his railroad, because the oil companies were going to shift to the pipeline away from Buffett's railroad. So this representative who says his priority is the little guy turned around and got Obama to shut down the pipeline. And the little guy, gasoline prices went up, food prices went up. About 20,000 people lost jobs. What happened to he's the little guy? Now, see, they're all phony. They're all phony. What happened to the slogan? We're going to help the little guy. Now, let me tell you, it even gets worse than that. So Trump comes in, starts the pipeline, and then, of course, as soon as Trump was out, boom, they shut the oil line back down again to help Buffett out again. So those who need the help the most, in a way of lower gasoline price and food price, got screwed by Representative Ro Conahan from California, who claims his priority is to help them. No. Remember when Obama and Biden were running and they said they were going to help the businessman? Remember, they're going to help the business. Well, they didn't. They killed the small businessman. They increased regulations by $890 billion. $890 billion. The people who need it the most, the small businessman. While the big guys got everything they wanted, especially the banks. And you know all those stimulus dollars? They went to the states. Obama and Biden gave all that stimulus money not to the states who needed it the most, but to the states who needed it the less. That's right, to their favorite states. States with 58% bankruptcy rates and high unemployment got $120 per person under Obama and now under Biden. That's all. $120 per person. You know what the wealthy states, the wealthy Democrat states, and the governors who raised a lot of money for Biden, but first Obama, you know what they got? Their bankruptcies were 11.3%. Almost nothing. They got $3,800 per person against the states that had 58% in bankruptcies got $120 per person. Because see, the people in bankruptcy, the poor state, they couldn't bundle money for Obama, and they couldn't bundle money for Biden. They couldn't bundle. They don't have any money. So it's a bunch of nonsense. The money does not go to those who need it the most. So when it comes to the stock market, okay, stop listening to these fake business news agencies or whatever you want to call them. They're not there to work for you, not there to help you. Look, the government's not there to help you. They don't tell you the truth. None of these people tell you the truth. Why would you be so lucky to think the fake business networks tell you the truth? If you want the truth, you want to make money in the stock market, try it for 10 days. Join our gang. And when we tell you, and please listen to us, when we told you, do not buy the pullback on the banks. But you did, and you lost the money. It went all the way back down. Now we tell you again, do not buy the pullbacks today on the big tech stocks, because both those areas do not have buyers. That's not where the buyers are. The buyers aren't here. They're outside of trend. You got to wait until those stocks get up into where the buyers are. And it's so easy. And you don't have to sit around and wait till they get there. You don't have to watch till they get there. That's what we do for you every day. We tell you exactly what to do with you just follow our portfolio of stocks. That's it. And all we ask you to help, please help St. Jude. So, look, the market right now, I'm telling you, is in a serious situation. And I told you last week, I'm going to tell you again. This is not over yet. Can they rally it some more? Of course they can. Biden, all he has to do is announce he's not going to sell treasuries off the balance sheet, and he's going to drop interest rates back to zero. But this is not over. But if you're with us, it's not going to make any difference, because you're going to be on the right side of it. Whether it goes up or down, you're going to be making money. But more important, not losing money. See you on the chart. Join my gang free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.